Okay, Ron Werner, new Gadgetman Groove guy, working on Kohler Command Pro. So I've got my Dremel tool out, which I haven't touched in years. Just 2 bolts holding this thing on. A couple of clips. You got to pull this wire off, the ground wire. There's the fuel line. I think this is probably the crankcase ventilation, which goes up on top, so it doesn't really steal any vacuum. Yeah, just an 8mm socket. Helps when you don't have bright sunshine bouncing off the floor. Anyway, so I got it off. So now I'm looking at it. I've got the small groove bit, and I'm looking at this thing. Don't drop it. Let's work on it down here then. Oh, by the way, as you can see, pull these things off, there's a lot of gas in the float, and when I was taking and turning this up, what was happening is gas was squirting out. So I did that a few times to get all the gas out of it. So working upside down here a little bit. If I'm assuming this correctly, you keep your line here going towards the middle. Instead of having that straight up on the plate, because there's your that's flat down. There's not a whole lot of room to work in here. So if I take that, angle that 15 degrees, and then cut in. The only thing is, what I'm worried about, is you can see that line delineating sort of a, I don't know whether it's a bore or what. It's just whether or not you can cut in, how deeply you can cut into that. So I've got to work with this thing tomorrow. I don't want to fuck it up. Yeah, if you know what I mean, Vern. So I'm going to post this over to Ron, or I'll post this up on the board, ask Ron to go take a look, or anybody else, and we'll go from there. But see, that's, if I've read all this correctly, that gets cut in from about there over to there. Like I said, I'd put this up against it, and then I angle that 15 degrees and come straight down. You know, so it's coming straight, not arcing. If I've read the material right. Okay.